Hi guys, what's up? In this video I want to talk about the most influential CDs that I have that I've listened to over the past year in 2020. Now, I didn't plan it this way, but I did pick 20 CDs, and what I found is that exactly 10 of them are black metal albums, and exactly 10 of them are not black metal albums. So that's kind of interesting how that worked. So anyways, let's get into the 20 most influential CDs for me in the year of 2020. These are not in any sort of organized fashion or anything like that. The first album that I've still really enjoyed and I still listen to a lot is of course Stridslisten by Skalden VM. The next album came out in the early 90s, and this is also a black metal album, and that album is Kongsblood by Ancestor. The next album, some people say, is more black and death metal, but I personally think it's just straight up black metal. That album is Divine Darkness by Crimson Moonlight. The next album is a folk / pirate metal / black metal, however you want to call that. That is Sweshvak, Where Wandering Shadows and Mists Collide. The next album didn't make it in the top 7 black metal albums that I've got in the past 7 months that I've listened to the most, because I got it more than 7 months ago. However, this has been a very influential CD for me. That is A Forlorn Throne by Sweshvak. The next CD just feels like a real pleasure to be able to talk with the artist for the review. That is, of course, Dawnbreaker, Vanquished Horrible Night. The next album is just an EP. I recently did a review for the sequel to this album, and that is Parakletos Sigurdswam. The next black metal album that has been influential for me is also a new release, and this came out I think in September, and it's just been a really great listening experience. I did a review for this as well, and that is Symphony of Heaven, The Ascension of Extinction. The next album is either black and death metal or extreme metal with black metal influences, and I did a review for this one as well, and it's been a good listen, and I've gotten to know the artist a little bit more by speaking to him. That album, of course, is Inflamed, and the album is Slain from the Birth of Flesh. I just gave my black metal albums first, and the last one is, of course, Yernlov Crucified. Really good album. I recommend you picking this one up. You can get it at Nordic Mission. So there's that one. Moving on to albums that are not black metal, I don't know how to classify this, as nobody really does. They've won awards for black metal and death metal, but they don't seem to fit into any category really very nicely. The album, of course, is Apocalyptic Violence by Adorned in Ash. The next album has been influential for me, as I got this at a pretty high price, but I'm glad I bought it. It also was a good deal that I got the CD at about $25. This artist has an album coming out soon. I can't wait to get it. The album is There Will Be Violence by Impending Doom. And an album that I keep going back to, and this doesn't happen for all the albums that I even rated really high for 2019, but this one has, and I've kept listening to it quite a bit. That is Shaped by Fire by As I Lay Dying. The next album kind of surprises me because I haven't really focused on it that much until about, a month ago or so. That album, of course, is Bloodied Unbowed by O Sweeper. Another album from one of my favorite metalcore artists. These guys are really good. This album came out in October of 2019. That album is All Hail by Norma Jean. Now, this album I've liked, and I keep going back to it from year to year every once in a while. I listen to it quite a bit when I get in the mood to listen to it. It starts off with a really, really good song. That is, of course, Project 86, Wait for the Siren. The next album just barely missed a list of my best of 7 for 2019 albums. That album, of course, is Eclipse by Wolves at the Gate. Really good post-hardcore stuff, just like Project 86. The next album is an album that actually came out, I think, in 2018, but I've been listening to this band a lot in the summer. That is POD Circles. The next album is an album that got it all started for me with reviews. I've gone back to this from time to time. Every once in a while I listen to it. I still love the song that got me into doing reviews in the first place. That album is Peace by Demon Hunter. Now, last but not least, and I don't know if you could tell or not, but at the beginning, when I started with the non-black metal albums, I sort of started with the heavier stuff, and I got sort of softer and softer as I keep going on. Anyways, this album has been my number 2 rated album since 2019 for 2019, and that is Kvit by Hydur. Well guys, those were the top 20 influential albums for me for 2020. Obviously not all of them came out on 2020. In fact, more of them didn't than did, but that's okay. It's just what I've listened to, what I've been immersed in, and that's it. So thanks for watching guys. Talk to you later. Bye.